Good evening. Someone described this election to me by saying it was an ideological battle between Piper's platform and mine, between Piper's pragmatism and my ambition. What realistically can be done versus everything we as students need to be done. I disagree with that view. I don't think it's between pragmatism and ambition, but rather pragmatism and necessity, between what we believe is possible and what our union must accomplish. Students need better mental health services, and I have a tangible plan to get them that. If the university trains all exec and RAs in mental health first aid, less students from the residence community will use the services provided at the Wellness Center, relieving pressure from an inundated system and lowering wait times for off-campus students. Our campus must be made safer, and if elected president, I will continue to do what I have done in the past. I will use the Green Investment Fund to fulfill the recommendations of the METRAC report in an environmentally conscientious manner. This means more LED lights in the dark areas around campus. As president, I will lobby the Board of Regents and the administration to update all out-of-date safety policies. For example, the university's 20-year-old policy on sexual assault and harassment. Looking into that specifically, I want the university to recognize all forms of harassment. This is a real story. A student came up to me and told me about how this student was being harassed because they had a physical disability. She went to the student life office, but they refused to do anything about it because they don't recognize that as a form of harassment. I don't think I've ever been ashamed to call myself a Mountie, but in that moment, upon hearing that story, that's exactly what I felt. Shame. If elected, I will strongly advocate to the university to open up the campus master plan and insert within it a solid plan to make our campus more accessible to our fellow students who are injured or have physical disabilities. I also want the university to actively plan for the inclusion of gender-neutral washrooms in all newly renovated or built buildings. And those three examples I just used are just scratching the surface of what we must do to make the school better. Let us not sacrifice our ambitions on the altar of pragmatism, but instead, let our ambitions and desires steer and guide this union. I care about this university and I care about the students that make up this union. And folks, when you care about something, you fight for it, you protect it, and you don't let others take advantage of it. And if elected as your president, that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to fight for you, I'm going to protect you, and I won't let you be taken advantage of. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Piper and I would be honored if I had the opportunity to represent you next year as Students' Union President. I'm a third-year student double majoring in sociology and Canadian studies, and I have the vision and the experience to be a successful, approachable, and inclusive president. So part of the president's mandate is to, quote, represent the educational, social, and personal concerns of Mount A students with an aim to improve student life, and my platform sets out to do just that. So one of the primary roles of the Students' Union is to foster a sense of community on campus, and I plan to accomplish this in tangible, meaningful ways. So I have many ideas about how to go about doing this, but I'm just going to touch on a couple right now. They include positive policing, which means working to foster positive relationships between security and students so that everyone on campus can feel safe, and so that every student knows how to contact security and will access them with mutual respect. I also want to work with the Director of Student Life and the incoming Vice President, International and Student Affairs to find solutions to the lack of study space on campus. I believe that putting hours on buildings is one of the things that can solve this problem, so students know their rights of when they can be in a building. I also believe in implementing a Yellow Shirt mentorship program, and I've met with Gail Churchill about this, and she's completely on board. A really cool thing happening in October is the federal election. This is important for two reasons. One, it's the first time our membership can vote in a federal election, and it's also an excellent opportunity for powerful federal lobbying of post-secondary education issues. If you elect me, I ensure students will understand party platforms in plain English, and also I will make a streamlined process so that students can vote in their home ridings. Also, I know I'm the best student to send to Ottawa to lobby on your behalf because 2 summers ago I worked as an executive assistant to a minister in Manitoba's provincial legislature, and this past summer I worked as an executive assistant to a member of parliament in Ottawa. I understand how lobbying works, and I know I can do it successfully on your behalf. I also believe a pass-fail distribution credit system is an important practice that should be implemented at Mount Allison, as it would enhance the quality of our liberal arts education. I would work to implement a system where students can take 4 out of 8 of their distribution credits on a pass-fail basis. This process would come to be through the implementation of MASU policy and Senate lobbying. I know that this process can be successful because of my 2 years on Senate and the success that the student senators had this year successfully lobbying for a fall break. If elected, I will also create a comprehensive student rights and responsibilities document. This document will encompass frequently sought out information from the campus life, academic, and external portfolios. It will be easily accessible for all students and give students the greatest chance of being successful at Mount A. My proven performance as a student advocate on Senate, Council, 2 Board of Regents committees, my work in federal and provincial politics, my experience on the Orientation Committee, and my involvement in clubs and societies throughout my time at Mount A makes me extremely qualified to lead the Students' Union to great successes. On January 26th and 27th, I highly encourage you to exercise your right to vote, and I really hope you consider voting Piper for Students' Union President. Thank you.